Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, because in today's video, guys, we need to discuss the movements that Bitcoin has been making here over the last 24 to 48 hours. It has moved into a bear pennant, which is really interesting because that indicates that Bitcoin may be about to have a breakout below $8,000. But there's a catch. Over the last hour, Bitcoin's actually been breaking bullish out of this pennant. So in today's video, we're going to be analyzing which direction we think Bitcoin is actually going to move out of this pennant and whether or not we're going to see a bullish recovery or a bearish crash below a very important level of support. Guys, this is an important video, one that I'm going to be showing you a trade that you can make a decent amount of money on. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. And also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It helps out the channel when you do that, and I would be very appreciative if you did. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. And before we dive on into it, guys, I've heard your cries about the face cam. Let's go ahead and scoot myself on over here. There we go. Let's continue. Guys, like I said, over the last 24 to 48 hours or so, Bitcoin has moved into this pennant right down here, and this is not a good sign for Bitcoin. As you guys will notice, Bitcoin fell very dramatically down here to around $8,000 a couple days ago, and we had a bounce. We only recovered about 50% of the way. That was my first warning sign that Bitcoin was not going to have a proper recovery and that this may not actually be the bounce that we were hoping for. From there, Bitcoin fell all the way back down to that level of support again. Not a good sign either, and then we had an even lower high. Okay, so we fell, we didn't recover anywhere near as far as where we started, and then we had a lower high. All of those are bad signs. Another bad sign being that Bitcoin is in a continuation pattern of a downtrend right above important support. Not good news for Bitcoin if you're looking forward to Bitcoin moving to the upside. Of course, like I say, you can make trades in any direction. You can short the market and make money, but that's neither here nor there. What's interesting about this, guys, is that Bitcoin has actually broken bullish out of this pennant, and this is not something that you normally see happen. Over the last 30 minutes or so that I've been watching the chart here, Bitcoin has been moving to the upside. Now, that's really odd because normally consolidation patterns, about 60 to 70% of the time, they will break bearish. And frankly, with everything I just told you, it would have made more sense for it to break bearish. But like I said, over the last 20 minutes or so, since about 9:50 in the morning Eastern time where I am, Bitcoin has broken to the upside. We moved to 81.50. But that is far from conclusive. Bitcoin has come down and tested this downtrend of resistance as support now, which is a good sign. If you guys are in CT2A, then you will know this video right down here, gauging the strength of support and resistance, that when Bitcoin breaks bullish above a level of resistance and then it comes down and tests it as a level of support, that's a pretty good confirmation that you've actually broken bullish and that you're going to stay bullish. Now, whether or not that happens is yet to be seen, and it probably will be determined by the time this video is edited and goes live. But guys, when this video does go live and you see this, make sure to check your charts and see what Bitcoin is doing in relation to this downtrend. I think it will interest you. Furthermore, guys, keep in mind, consolidation patterns don't always act as continuation patterns. A good example of that is right here. Over on the minute chart, not even that long ago, we saw Bitcoin was in a consolidation pattern that should have been a continuation pattern to the upside. Bitcoin was moving to the upside when it moved into it, and instead of breaking bullish, Bitcoin broke bearish in a pretty major way. And in fact, this was a big enough move that you could have made a decent trade here. That's 1% in the span of 2 hours. If you had leverage on that, it's not bad. Nevertheless, guys, let's get out to talking about the trade. You guys know that over the last few videos, I've been trying to show you guys what's the trade here. So let's start with that. Bitcoin is currently trying to break bullish out of this consolidation pattern. That being said, it's been half an hour and we still don't have any volume coming in. We still don't have any major movement. So this is far from being confirmed. By the time this video goes out, it may have been confirmed. So like I said, go check your charts. There is a delay. It does take time to edit these videos. You can short or long right here. Honestly, I'm a little bit more bearish until I'm proven otherwise because, guys, Bitcoin's been in a downtrend for the last 3 weeks. As you guys will know from the first cohort over in this video, trading wisdom, you will know normally it's not a great idea to be trading against the trend. Normally you want to trade with the trend. Right now the trend is bearish. The trend is your friend right up until it ends. And just because we've had a little 0.5% blip on the 1 minute chart does not by any stretch of the imagination change that. So I am still bearish until I'm proven otherwise. So yes, if you think that Bitcoin is going to fall through $8,000, this doesn't disprove you, and it is still an opportunity that you could reasonably short. It wouldn't be a crazy idea to do that. You could have your short position open down here around $7,800 to catch a break to the downside, but wait until we've broken $8,000 with confirmation, with volume before you put that trade in. But at the same time, guys, if Bitcoin starts moving up here and it gets up to like $8,300, $8,400, maybe even like $8,250, that might be a place that you want to put a long in. Guys, Bitcoin is at a decision point, and when Bitcoin's at a decision point, that's normally a good place to put a trade in, especially if we do start moving to the upside. We do put a bottom in here, especially if we start setting higher highs up here above like 85.50, then that's a really good sign that Bitcoin is moving into a new uptrend, and then it may be a good time to put in a long. This can really be traded either way depending on what you think. I'm personally a little bit more bearish until I'm proven bullish, like I said, but that's up to you. Don't ever make your trades based off of just something that some YouTuber said. It's important that you have your own analysis done. Speaking of analysis, guys, what is the analysis here? Here we go. Bitcoin on the hourly chart is bullish on the MACD. It's still below the zero level on the MACD as well on the histogram, so there is room to run. If you were longing right now, you'd be getting a pretty good deal because there is room to rally here. Same thing is true on the 4-hourly. Zooming out to the 4-hourly chart, we're having a bullish cross on the MACD. That is a good sign. Similarly, we have the RSI being very oversold down here. That's important. That's significant because it means you're getting a good deal for longing rather than shorting. If you're trying to short the market, a good time to be shorting the market would have been with Bitcoin all the way up here. Now, I still think it's personally a decent chance to be shorting the market if Bitcoin does confirm that breakout. That hasn't happened yet, but if it does, then that might be a good idea. I just deleted the RSI. So guys, the technicals are definitely pointing to you wanting to long the market. Keep that in mind, but also the sentiment and the fact that we've been in a downtrend and the fact that we've been setting lower highs is pointing bearish. Right now, the market is not in agreement, and what that means is that we're in a decision point. We're going back to those initial points here. Looking on the daily chart is interesting though, guys, because it goes back to bearish. We see that the MACD is quite bearish, but it is trying to converge bullish on itself. 20 minutes ago, this histogram bar right here, it was red. Bitcoin is very indecisive on its daily chart MACD, which is adding to my feeling that Bitcoin is trying to decide what exactly it wants to do. It hasn't figured that out yet. Guys, the whole point of this video boils down to this. Bitcoin is in a decision point. It's trying to figure out what it wants to do. If it falls below a certain level, it's going to start to crash, and if it breaks above a certain level, it's going to start to rally. So let me show you what those levels are. I think a good place to find the level that we need to use for confirmation of bullishness would be the 20 exponential moving average on the 4-hourly. Check this out, guys. It's sitting around $8,250. If Bitcoin gets above that with volume, that would be a good signal to long. Reason being, down here on the hourly chart, that would be a higher high above this. Right now, at the time of recording this video, we have an equal high. That's nothing to write home about. But if Bitcoin does get up here to the 4-hourly 20 EMA, that would be a time that you might want to start buying and longing. If you'll notice, for the last several weeks, Bitcoin has been below the 4-hourly 20 EMA, and if Bitcoin can get above that and stay above that, then it's likely going to be a signal that a new uptrend is forming. That's what the 20 EMA is for. On the flip side, though, guys, if we zoom out here to the daily chart and we look at our VPVR, we're going to see we have very strong support at $8,000. The VPVR climax is at 8K. So guys, if Bitcoin falls below that, that is going to be a heavy confirmation of bearishness. So guys, maybe if you want to short the market, wait until around $7,800. You'll notice something. I'm not telling you to trade now. I never tell you guys to trade, but I'm not saying it's a good idea to trade right now. That's because we're in kind of a no trade zone. I'm waiting to see what Bitcoin does. It hasn't decided exactly what it wants to do yet. There's a profitable trade in the short and the long, so we just need to wait and see what Bitcoin's going to do. And we need to be prepared with potential limit orders to try and catch those trades in case they move quickly, making sure we have our stop losses set properly. We're not using too much leverage. If you're in the first cohort, we have several of you guys over there now. There's a trading checklist in the Discord server you should run down every time you trade. There's a lot of money to be made here right now, guys, because I think a decent size movement is coming. Be careful, though, because it might not be the one you're expecting. I'm ready for both, and every professional trader should be. So, guys, I hope you've gotten a lot of value out of this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your take on this video and the analysis done therein. Anyway, guys, before we wrap the video out, there's something I've been thinking about over the last 24 hours or so. You know, I met a subscriber for the first time yesterday. His name was Max. Great guy, and actually, I was meeting him because of this. He 3D printed my logo. How cool is that? Is that cool or what, guys? That is awesome. That is going to be on the wall behind me relatively soon. I have to put it all together. It's going to be going back there after I get this studio built. I still have to disassemble this guest bed and put it out in the garage and get all that going. But nevertheless, while I was talking to him, I had a couple people come up to me that were obviously less fortunate. And before I get into this story, I want to preface, I'm not telling this story to build myself up. I'm not telling this story to make myself look good. I'm telling this story to make a point. And that is, while I was talking to him, a fellow walked up with a backpack. He'd clearly been on foot. He was probably homeless. And he asked if we had any money because he was trying to get some food. I only had $2 in my pocket, but I gave it to him. And I felt bad, so I walked in. I went to the ATM. I gave him $40. and he used that to get a Subway sandwich and probably some snacks or something for the road. So I came back out, I continued talking to Max, we went about our business, and then about an hour later, a guy pulled up and in an RV, he was getting gas with his kid, and he walked up to us and he said, you know, I really just, I'm broken, guys, I don't have anything, can you help me? I'm trying to feed my family. And so I said, hang on a minute, I want to help. So I went inside, I pulled out $40 from the ATM, and I gave it to him. And he was so nice. That this guy was amazing. He said that he and his family just gotten from Montana. I guess they drove across the country. They were probably going to family or something. And he gave me this rock that he got in the Yellowstone River. And guys, the thing that just tore my heart in two then was that this man was holding his child, and he had to go up to someone and ask them for help, because apparently there was no one willing to offer him help without him having to ask for it. I personally don't want to live in a world, guys, where people have to ask for help. I want to live in a world where people get help without having to destroy their pride to get it. And guys, that's why we launched the first cohort. The mission of this product is to build a foundation of revenue so that we can grow the business and have security in the business, so that I can make sure I can pay Taylor for her work, and I can make sure that we can do good things in the future. I want to be able to do something more than what I did yesterday, because frankly, I screwed up yesterday. I gave them $40, but you know what? In a week, that's not going to matter. That's not life-changing money. Why wasn't it $4,000 or $40,000. I want to be able to help people like that. And obviously, I understand that there's some people who don't want to be helped. There are some people that don't want to improve. But at the same time, guys, there are people out there that are deserving of help, and they need it. And I want to be able to move in a direction where we can do that. And guys, as you know, the world is driven by money. You wouldn't be in the cryptocurrency space if you didn't already know that. So if you want to learn about technical analysis, you want to get access to these amazing videos down here, guys. I poured my heart and soul into these. You want to get access to the Discord community that we're building. Signals, if I see something happening on the chart, I'm going to tell you guys first in the Discord server before it goes in any video. After the first cohort gets a little bit bigger, there's 13 of you in here already. Then we're going to start doing private live streams. For now, we're just going to be doing voice chats for one-on-one stuff. If you want to get to know me, learn more about the cryptocurrency markets and build community, while also helping to fund the endeavors that we're trying to embark on here in the channel, I would humbly ask you to check out the first cohort down below. If you think it's worth your money, go ahead and join. If you're in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, by the way, shoot me an email. I'll give you a $25 Bitcoin rebate for joining to cancel out the first month's subscription fee. There's really not much to lose, guys. If you join for a month, you figure out you don't like it. There's really not much to lose, guys. If you join, you think you don't like it and it's not worth the money, you can cancel at any time. You're out 25 bucks. You'll live. But guys, I'm really excited about what we can do with this community here, guys. I'd love to meet you guys in person one day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we're going to learn a lot and make good trades together, get to know each other, and most importantly, hopefully be able to help some people. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do really want to thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, hit that like button. Also, consider subscribing if you're new here. We'd love to see you join the free Discord server or the first cohort so we can get to know you better. Tell us in the comment section down below what you thought. But anyway, guys, that is going to have to wrap it up for this video. I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.